My husband came home expecting another normal night. One new picture on the living room wall made him freeze. I'll never forget the look on Mark's face when he walked through our front door. He smiled like everything was normal, tossed his keys on the table, and greeted me with a casual, "Hey babe." Then he saw the photo. His smile disappeared. He stopped dead in his tracks, staring at the framed picture sitting on the kitchen island. His face turned pale as he realized exactly what he was looking at. It was him, standing in the lobby of a downtown hotel, his arm wrapped around another woman. I'd had my suspicions for months, late nights, secretive phone calls, business trips that never quite added up. Instead of confronting him, I hired a private investigator. 3 weeks later, I had everything: photos, hotel receipts, messages, a complete timeline of an affair he'd spent 6 months hiding from me. He looked at me, barely able to speak. "Where did you get this?" I stayed calm. "You tell me." The room fell silent. "How long?" I finally asked. His shoulders dropped. 6 months, he whispered. 6 months, 6 months of lies while I trusted him. 6 months of kisses goodbye before he walked into someone else's arms. I picked up the photo and pointed at the woman beside him. "What's her name?" He closed his eyes. "Ashley." I nodded slowly. "The woman you met in hotel rooms while telling me you were working late. The woman you chose while I was home building our life." Tears filled his eyes. "I'm sorry," he whispered. "It was a mistake." I shook my head. "A mistake happens once. This was a choice, repeated over and over again." He stepped closer. "I'll end it. I'll do anything. Please don't leave me." I looked at him for a long moment. "You don't betray someone you love." I handed him a folder. Inside were the investigator's reports, photos, receipts, and screenshots. Every lie, every excuse, every secret. He flipped through the pages, growing quieter with each one. Before he could speak, I stopped him. "I've already hired a lawyer. The locks have been changed. Your things are packed. I want you out tonight." His knees nearly gave out. "We can fix this," he begged. "Counseling, therapy, anything." I looked him in the eyes. "You ended this marriage the day you chose her." "I just found out later." He cried. He apologized. He promised he'd change. None of it mattered anymore. That night he packed his bags and walked out of our house. I never asked where he went. Over the next few weeks I focused on healing. Therapy, friends, family. Little by little, the anger gave way to peace. Months later, I received a message from the other woman's husband. He had discovered everything too. We met for coffee, talked for hours, and realized we weren't alone in what we'd survived. Not long after, I heard Mark's relationship with her had fallen apart. I didn't celebrate. Some consequences don't need witnesses. The photo that exposed his lies is still tucked away in a box, not because I miss him, but because it reminds me to never ignore my instincts again. Losing my husband wasn't the hardest part. Believing his lies was. Walking away wasn't the end of my story. It was the beginning of a better one. What would you have done if you were in my shoes? Let me know in the comments.